If you're not feeling it, be honest. I'm dashing in the coupe and going sonic speed. I gave you my all, tell me what else you need. I'm not ready for your love, but feel you rushing me. And my cup is running low, need you to fill it, please. I remember all those times it was a simple thing. Now I'm here all alone, reminiscing about what we could've been, I'm on the road, drinking, driving, swerving, I won't crash out. Got 12 on my ass down, still will chase the bag down. Hit the throttle, spaz out. These niggas crashing out, they living but they lashing out. Ain't chasing paper now.
Whoa, I can't crash out. I remember I was broke, I'm getting cash now. These lame ass niggas talking shit don't make me lash out. Shit don't make me lash out. Ballin' like I'm Jordan, make a switch. Every time I talk, I'm making hits. Trippin' daily, I feel like the shit. Yeah, I'm going, I can't reminisce.
If you're not feeling it, be honest. I'm dashing in the coupe and going sonic speed. I gave you my all, tell me what else you need. I'm not ready for your love, but feel you rushing me. And my cup is running low, need you to fill it, please. I remember all those times it was a simple thing. Now I'm here all alone, reminiscing about what we could've been, If you're not feeling it, be honest. Dashing in the coupe and going sonic speed. I gave you my all, tell me what else you need. I'm not ready for your love, but feel you rushing me. If you're not feeling it, be honest. I'm dashing in the coupe and going sonic.
What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Poneglyph podcast, where we decode the world of anime and One Piece, one Poneglyph at a time. I'm your host, Jay, aka Mookie J, here with my brother and my co-host, Ja, as always. And this is episode 26. Welcome back. Excited to be here for sure. My camera acting weird. Okay, there we go.
Yes, sir.
But yes, so we are back with another episode. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've had an episode of the pod. Hey, life has been lifing. We are trying to get to it as much as we can, and we will stay as consistent as possible. Y'all will never not hear from us at all. We're always going to come back with an episode, even if we do have to miss a week or something. But today we got a jam-packed episode. We've missed a few weeks of anime, so we're going to talk about that. And then it's a break week on this week for manga chapters, but we got a good chapter last week that we will discuss at the end of this episode. And of course, we're going to start things off with our Anime World News segment. So we got a lot of things to talk about. How you feeling today, John?
I'm well, man. There's a lot to go over today. I'm ready to catch up.
Yep, for sure. Glad to be back. If y'all are here live with us, or if y'all are catching us on the pod, make sure y'all smash that like button, leave a comment, or just some sort of response to anything that y'all hear throughout the podcast that y'all want us to talk more about. And then if y'all are listening to first off, if y'all are new, smash that subscribe button as well. And then for our audio platform listeners, make sure y'all leave us a 5-star rating and a good review, and we'll make sure to reply to the review for y'all. I seen something recently saying that Apple Podcast is now going to be allowing video podcast episodes. So if y'all do tap in with us on Apple Podcasts, I don't know about this week, but I will for sure like figure out what it takes to get the video. And if I can have this episode up, cool. Especially we got a lot of anime to look at as well. So that would be better for that. But yeah, stay tuned for that coming soon. Video on Apple Podcasts.
They snapped.
Yeah. I got the email, what was it? A few days ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I didn't really look too much into it. So I got to see what it entails, because how I upload on audio is like I separate the tracks, only upload the audio, and then it goes to all the platforms. So I don't know if I can do the video with the audio and it separated itself. We'll see. I'll look into it and make sure to lock that in.
For sure.
But we appreciate everyone who's been helping us build this community and help give us a platform to talk about anime and One Piece, man.
No doubt.
All right. First and foremost, let's dive right into our anime world news segment. I try not to make it too heavy, but we do got some good points to talk about today. So, first and foremost, we got a few Kagurabachi updates. Kagurabachi anime officially announced for April 2027. Here's what the author had to say about the director. You know, the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight in Naruto? The manga version is great, of course, but isn't the anime version incredibly cool? Well, the very person who brought that scene to life is our director. I think that's huge. Highly anticipated manga, highly anticipated anime, and we all know how classic that scene is. And that scene is from early 2000s. Imagine what he's able to work with. And, you know, he's just the director, so it's not every aspect of production, but being the director and the choreographer, I guess, of the whole thing and all the fights, man, that's exciting. What are your thoughts about that, Ja?
You know, that's an iconic scene in all of anime, so
For sure.
I'm excited to see what he could do. I haven't dove into Kagurabachi yet, but I've heard great things, and I know it's only been out for so long, so should be pretty lit.
As a
when it comes
manga
to life.
reader, I think you should check it out. It's really good. I need to get back into my read. I think I'm on like chapter 25. And there's a lot more now. But I'm very excited, especially for the anime. I'm definitely gonna make sure I'm reading between now and April 2027. But exciting to see that at least there's a director that we know his work and we've seen some good things of it. I'm just super excited. I'm definitely on that hype train for Kagurabachi. Moving to the next point. Speaking of, Kagurabachi's manga sales are already closing in on Jujutsu Kaisens. While the anime still has a while before it actually airs, the impact of the announcement is already being felt in the series' manga sales. It might soon propel it above the biggest dark battle manga of today. Just going on about how anticipated it is. They announced the anime, and the podcast is my witness. Way before any announcements, I was saying it's going to rival JJK. Like, I see it being a J. Hey, am I wrong?
No, I remember you saying that.
Come on now. It's go check the pod. It's out there. That's the vibe I got from it, and I didn't really have a genre to put it in, but I think that's a good description of dark battle manga, dark battle anime, because that's what it is. It's not sorcerers. It's not but like the Chainsaw Man, the Jujutsu Kaisens, the Kagurabachi, I kind of group those in the same style of anime, and I think it's gonna hit just like one of those.
What studio did they say they were?
Um,
Was it Mappa?
no, they denied me. I could look it up right now because I think
No,
I
they
remember.
did not. Stiff on.
No, yeah, they
Mean
denied
stiff
it.
on.
Uh, production. Oh, I spelled that wrong.
The
Studio
studio.
Siptic,
Uh,
Sypic, Side
some new
Games,
shit.
yes,
On some new.
Sypic. I did. All right, remember I reported it. It was a few weeks ago. Nah, it was a couple months ago. When they announced it, it's like the gaming. They focused on games, but they're
Oh, now they're
transitioning
gonna. I
to.
remember. Yeah.
So that's what it is. Sypics. Um,
So shoot, they coming from games. You might get a bocce game.
yeah. It's funny because I don't know what games specific. I can't remember off the top of my head what games specifically they've done, but
Mhm.
anime gaming has typically had very good like just action scenes and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to see what they do with it. Manga sales are going up. It's gonna be one of them ones. Once it drops, it's gonna be one of them ones. It's gonna be right. It's like the trajectory of anime by this time next year. Once it's hitting, the numbers are gonna be crazy. It's gonna break some records, and I don't even think that's necessarily saying it's going to be better than Jujutsu Kaisen or anything like that. But in terms of like at least first few weeks when people are really highly anticipating it, it's going to do some high numbers. Just off of the timing, I think we're getting so much this year of just good anime. Next year, they're already confirming stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen's probably going to come out around next year too. That time, so it's like just the timing and everything. It's gonna go crazy.
Do you
I'm
think
excited
you'll see some cosplayers
for sure.
this year?
For sure,
Yeah.
we'll probably see a couple. There's not many color spreads or anything
Yeah.
that we've seen. It's definitely, you could tell it's a lot of blacks and stuff, and maybe some reds and stuff here and there. You can kind of tell that based on the art style, but I'm sure we'll see a couple. I'm excited.
No doubt.
I'm excited. This one's for you, my boy. Drake
Yeah.
and One Piece fans are losing it over this unexpected anime reference. On his newest Iceman album rollout, Drake reportedly referenced Admiral Aokiji, aka Kuzan, with the line, "I could never be as cold as Kuzan, but I'll try." Talk to him, my boy. This right up your
I'm
alley.
trying to find the song that he actually said. This is news to me. I didn't even.
Oh, it went over
I
your
never.
head?
I didn't see
Don't
that.
tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh my
It went
God.
over your head.
Yo.
What? I
What
haven't listened to it.
song?
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm just now figuring out that he dropped 3 albums. Yeah, I gotta catch up. I'm gonna lock in. I haven't heard. I don't even know what none of it sounds like. I'm gonna check it out.
Damn.
Hey, life's been lifing, man.
No, yeah. That's real. I'm still looking for the song on it though, but
I'm over here when I was writing this for the notes. I was like, I gotta throw this in there. And I was like, John's gonna have so much to say. Whole time he like, damn, I don't even. Hey, I'll give you that. It was a lot to listen to. Like he dropped a lot.
God.
He dropped a lot. So to be able to dissect every song, I don't expect you to be there. And it's not like if this was just one Drake album, then John would probably have everything dissected by now. But it's 3, so I'll spare him. And Lucky dropped 2. I'll spare him.
Bro, shout out Drake. Shout out Lucky.
Yeah, but I gotta tap in. But I was seeing around the anime community that line was standing out. People being surprised that Drake would even have like a Kuzan reference in there,
Yeah.
and like dropping the name Kuzan itself is just ball knowledge because like his alias is Aokiji. Like he's formerly known as Aokiji, but his name, his real name is Kuzan. So like that's some ball knowledge. I don't know what Drake knows, and you know if that was just something from someone around him that was like, hey, put him on game. But that's a bar. That's a bar. That's a bar. I could never be as cold as Kuzan, but I'll try.
Dude, yeah. I gotta find that.
Shouts out. Shouts out. Yeah, we may have to come back to that in a future episode. Just talk about it for a couple minutes. See your real thoughts. Speaking of One Piece, One Piece has officially surpassed Dragon Ball as Toei Animation's highest earning franchise for 2025 and 2026. One Piece earned around 28 billion yen, which estimates to $167 million US, while Dragon Ball made about 20.7 billion yen, which is 132 million US dollars. No surprise there. It's not, when I first read it, like kind of the headlines were making it seem like a complete surpass. So I don't know this. I know this is just specifically for the past year in sales.
Okay.
So I do expect Dragon Ball to still probably be the number 1 in total, like ever. I expect One Piece will probably surpass at some point, maybe. But Dragon Ball, they're still coming out with stuff. It's still relatively good, you know, to the Dragon Ball fans. I don't think it's anything overwhelming like what we're getting from One Piece and what we will be getting from, you know, Toei moving forward with One Piece. But Dragon Ball has been still dropping stuff. They're dropping remakes with Toei and everything. So I do expect the numbers to still be high and very competitive. Nonetheless, Dragon Ball is just Dragon Ball. Hate it or love it, it is the granddaddy. But
yeah,
how do you feel about, you know, just the statement that One Piece officially had a year where it outdid the OG?
I mean, now, you know, you see it all across the world now. In social media, it's everywhere. So it all makes sense.
For sure.
I'm caught up on the money conversion from yen to
How
US
they got
dollars.
billions?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. But yeah, they did their thing. You know, it's everywhere now. I just seen the Boston Red Sox had their whole One Piece day.
So they do that. They do that out here with the Texas Rangers. They do it with a lot of anime. Like I know this year it was Jujutsu Kaisen Day, the Texas Rangers, but I do know they have like a One Piece Day and stuff. You know, One Piece is collabing with multiple different franchises for a lot of stuff, a lot more than Dragon Ball now. So you kind of do expect. My headphone died. One of them.
Yeah, but from sports to other movies, other forms of entertainment, One Piece taking over. Now One Piece is in the Marvel universe.
One Piece
Or
is?
no, I lied. I remember what it was. No.
Yeah, I got that in the
anime in general.
That's the next topic. Well, yeah. But One Piece, definitely surpassing Dragon Ball last year.
Oh yeah.
Or this past year, I'll say.
Yeah.
Is definitely a feat, especially because this is Toei Animation, mind you. Especially because One Piece took that break and they cut off seasons and stuff. So I just think that's a W, and that goes to show that as long as they do this seasonal One Piece right, it could be cooking. We got a lot more years of One Piece to go. Even to catch up to this point in the manga is probably going to take us top of 2028. Maybe longer.
Think longer.
Yeah, seasonal because we getting, yeah. Shoot, we already almost done with this season. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 episodes. So we got what? 5 left? 6 left?
Yeah.
Sheesh. But all right, next topic. Like you were saying, Marvel Universe. Jujutsu Kaisen and Gachiakuta are now officially canon in the Marvel Universe. In Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant #4, Marvel features Sukuna appearing in his iconic battle stance, directly referencing the Shibuya incident. The issue also includes a subtle nod to Gachiakuta showing Trash Beasts. You watched Gachiakuta, right?
Not all of it, but enough.
Yeah, you know what Trash Beasts are.
Yeah.
And then Sukuna, with the Sukuna thing, they directly say Shibuya arc or like Shibuya incident. They show his form. That I don't know how they're doing it, but hey, it's canon.
Yeah. I seen it in like a poster. I think it was like specifically the JJK one. It was like a poster I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm rewatching with my significant other right now. I can't wait to get to Shibuya incident.
Ooh, man, JJK's so good. Yeah. You gotta finish Gachiakuta too. Season 1 is good.
All right.
He hating.
Nah, it was cool. It was just what really threw me off was the power system. I got to go back a couple episodes, sit there and really lock in.
Yeah, because they, especially towards the end of the season, they really like come together with everything. Like early on, I don't know how far you got, but early on, they don't even like. I don't think anybody really understood the power. Well, they know their power system, but like the main character, they didn't really understand.
Yeah. I was like, what are we doing?
It comes together. It comes together. It's a good season. Watch it, bro.
I'm kind of not a fan of the art either, but I'll watch it for the story. It's okay.
Nitpicky ass. Damn. All right.
It just, you know.
Speak your truth. It's our podcast.
It's just I can't let they all can't get a pass from me. I'm sorry. I will forever be nitpicky about that.
I get it. Some unfortunate news. Ted Turner, the founder of Cartoon Network, has passed away. Shows like Ben 10, Tom and Jerry, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter Laboratory, and countless others define an entire generation of kids around the world. For many of us, Cartoon Network wasn't just entertainment, it was our childhood. Salute to Ted Turner. Thank you for gifting us. I mean, personally, Cartoon Network was my favorite out of the big 3 kids stations. I just found myself watching that most. And then when my favorite show wasn't on that's when I branched off and would go to Disney or Nickelodeon. But Cartoon Network was definitely my staple growing up in the 2000s. And yeah, man, just crazy how life is.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever, but at least Cartoon Network will be able to keep going on. It's taken definitely a turn, and I don't even know if kids watch cartoons anymore like that, but
Who knows?
it will always be cherished.
No, for sure.
In
He did
my
his
heart.
thing. He gave us a lot of these shows you listed are pretty
Iconic.
well, yeah, renowned shows, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, obviously he's not the creator of all the shows, but he's the one who gave them the platform, put it all together.
Sir.
Like the big boss behind all of them.
Yeah.
You know, everything you got to think when you're creating a network station like that. All these shows, you know, are coming across your desk. You're approving everything. You're denying everything. So, you know, despite how you look at it in his role, we got these gems because of him, one way or another. And he gave that platform. He built Cartoon Network up to, or he was at least the core of bringing Cartoon Network up to what we know its peak to be. So, man, rest in peace. Condolences to his family. And I know he lived a long life. I believe he was 85-ish when he passed. So at least he got to see the highs and the lows of Cartoon Network. All right.
A lot of memories brought to us.
Last but not least, an anime fan from the Philippines named his son Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze as a tribute to his favorite anime. His family was against naming the child Naruto, but that didn't stop him. He also added that he wasn't satisfied with just Naruto, so he added Uzumaki Namikaze as well. That's a man standing on principles.
The child of prophecy.
The family begged him.
He saw something in that boy.
Oh, man. Now he got to sacrifice himself in order for that kid to truly be great. I mean, he can't half-ass it, right?
He's gonna be a prodigy, bro. It's part of the story.
It's part of the story. He gotta make that sacrifice though. Nah, that's funny. He's Asian, so I guess it's a little bit better.
No, I mean,
but I personally would not name my kid a direct name from, like, word name for name from a character. Like, does he still have your last name, or did you completely just erase that?
Bro.
He's just Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze.
Yes, bro.
All right. I respect it, man. I wonder what this kid will grow up to be. I hope to hear about him in the future.
Hokage, of course.
I mean, of course.
Hokage, of course.
Of course, man. Of course. Nonetheless, hey, salute to him. Wish him and his family the best. I hope his family was able to accept the baby nonetheless by his name, and I hope he enjoys his name. He will have a lot of attention.
Like the Nine Tails.
They're gonna be going up to him in school, be like, "Goku, whoop your ass."
Dang.
Oh man. But hey, that wraps up our Anime World News segment. Tried to get through that pretty smoothly because we do have a few episodes to watch today. I'm excited. We have missed a few weeks, so binging these 3 episodes with y'all
Yes,
should be pretty
sir.
exciting. We should have a lot to talk about. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna roll through all 3 of them, and if we're gonna, because for our audio platforms, we're gonna do our best to commentate throughout it. This is our first time watching this as well, so we do still want to make sure we're hearing everything and getting the experience. Focus on the subtitles, but we will commentate as much as we can for audio platform listeners, and then that way we will just roll through the episodes, talk through what we need to talk through, and then at the end we'll summarize and discuss like the major points that we've seen from all 3. And if we have to make any manga comparisons and whatnot, we'll do that once we get there. But
No.
if y'all are listening to us on audio platform, just know y'all can check us out on YouTube. So y'all will be able to get a little bit of the visual and see our reactions with it. And soon, like I said, Apple Podcasts will be available with video. All right, I was getting everything set up. You can see everything on your end.
Yeah.
So I think I see what's going on here. So last time you remember this was just 11:59. I think they just released the episode without adding a description, because now it has an episode name and description on it. In this recent episode that came out today, just says 11:62. But
seconds.
let's get into 11:60. Make sure y'all leave a like if y'all are here with us live or y'all catching the VOD. And if y'all are listening to us on audio platforms, make sure y'all leave a 5-star rating for us. We appreciate all of y'all for tapping in and rocking with us. We're diving into our Tales from the New World segment, and we're starting off with episode 1160. This title is An Encounter on a Snowfield. Loki, the Accursed Prince. Yes, sir. The description goes, leaving the Black Kingdom behind, Luffy and the others found themselves facing a vast, snowy landscape and a massive suspension bridge. They resolved to move forward, only to be halted by approaching figures and a mysterious roar. Let's dive straight into it. So we're gonna vibe out to the intro on this first one, and then we'll skip it on the other ones.
All right.
I just like dissecting the intro a little bit more. Seeing the gems that
Is this new?
For this season, yeah.
This is the same one from those other episodes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for that, boy.
I can't wait for everything pretty much moving forward. Like, I think after this episode, the end of this episode, moving forward, I just can't wait.
I still can't believe the flashback happened.
Yeah. Always falling from the sky. Yes, sir.
Oh boy. Damn, it's been a minute. Let me catch up. Lock in.
Yes, sir. Easy gear for a Kong gun. An encounter on a snowfield. Loki, the cursed prince. Yo, the giant cheeks out.
Water.
That boy Frankie clean.
Oh god.
Yes, sir. Duh. Yonko crew. Come on now.
This size, bro, is throwing me off.
I'm just like trying to think about Gabon and,
How
and
he's been
Dory.
living. Oh my god.
Because Gabon's smaller than Brook and Jinbei. Yes, sir.
Ba, 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 ba.
Nice, nice.
Sheesh.
Freezing cold. That boy
Chopper
Chopper,
right at
Chopper missed
home.
that snow. Yep.
Oh god. Kami-san. Yeah, shout out Sanji, bro.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Third rate swordsman. This is just making me think about later where we're at in the manga and like the movement across Elbeth. That's
Insanity.
neither here nor there.
Bro, look at this thing, bro.
That's
How
crazy. Man, anime watchers, we have when we get to certain things, we have so much to talk about. So much to talk about. Just about size alone. It is.
bro.
This is what I've been waiting for. I needed to see how big the scale was.
Oh hell. Uh-oh. Jeez. Jeez.
Man,
Damn.
stench at bird. Roto.
Mm, Uh-oh. It's over. Not
Mm.
again.
I don't know if I could blame him.
Dang, they're oblivious. Hmm?
Nah, that's crazy.
Dang. They so green letting Usopp do this. Bro.
Was they supposed to carry him?
Yeah, come
Come
on.
on, bro.
There's room for two on Chopper, man. God
He
dang.
said he want to be a brave warrior of the sea, bro. You're not gonna do that by always hitching a ride.
Uh-oh. Music guy snapping right now. Never heard before One Piece music.
They said is this his theme song? They said his theme song is like cold.
They're so unsure, but like it's Luffy.
You feel me? He got to.
Head All right, at least we got these back. Yeah.
How'd they say whatchamacallit in the newspaper and go to Egghead if this newspaper too small?
They had the special one Morgan printed for Elva, bro. Chill.
My bad, bro. I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yo. Morgan sent them the big paper, bro. Hey, see, look.
Oh, okay. This guy. I'm just wondering, man. I'm just wondering.
Dang.
Rogi.
Her voice, bro.
They were 100 million 100 years ago. Inflation.
Mm-hmm.
That boy Frankie clean. Did I not realize how clean he was on the manga? I never like said nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
The only person I know there would be Robin. Everybody else
No.
wasn't there.
Well, yeah, but she wasn't there either.
Yes and no. She was on the ship, but she didn't reveal herself till after. But yeah, she was pretty much a op up until that point. Just crash landed.
Yes, sir. Dang, boy, get out of there.
If you're crazy. The wolves. That boy, like that.
Oh, that's that.
Huh?
I remember reading this now. I like that. I like the outlook. Good.
Silhouette.
Hmm.
Even though we know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Damn. This song is so cold. This that shit clean as. Ooh. You know who you talking to? Yes, sir. That's his best on-screen feat to this day.
Hey,
That shit beautiful.
oh God. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
W episode. W episode. We don't gotta talk about it, but give me your ranking while I set up
That's
this
the
next one.
Admiral for me, brother. You know that.
Admiral.
Admiral. We're here.
I
We're
think I
here,
can agree.
guys.
I think I can agree.
This is exciting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, without further ado, episode 1161 is titled A Dangerous Deal. Loki of the Underworld and Luffy. Luffy encounters Loki, the accursed prince, who offers him a deal. He hints at a connection to Shanks, all while savage beasts crowd around, staring Luffy down. Meanwhile, Zoro and the others on the suspension bridge realize someone is following them.
Sheesh.
All right, let's dive into 1161.
I can't wait to rewatch all this
Oh my gosh, like
all
binge it
together
all.
again.
Yeah.
Oh my bro.
Loki of the Underworld. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't confirmed already.
Yeah. Get it, kid?
Just run around his leg.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
He snapped.
crazy. Yo, big animals should not put fear in nobody's heart no more in One Piece.
Uh,
You're not worried about you. 2.6 billion. God, I'm super chained up.
He ain't lying.
No
I believe him.
doubt. Blackbeard.
Yeah. Satoru, is that you?
You said what?
I said, Satoru, is that you? Mm, Eglon. Why they gotta? How did Gorilla get?
He should be able to climb out. Just just biting rocks for no reason. Just chewing rocks.
I can't lie, he's tough.
You said what?
I can't lie, that mammoth was tough.
Yeah.
Green, typical. The mammoth is tough. I can't lie.
My thing is like nobody can sense any of Luffy's power, bro. Like
Yeah, I
Loki
guess
can't
not.
sense that bit. Instant.
Yo,
Yo,
yo.
with the swiftness.
Horsing around.
Don't. Yo, he slid faster than any straw hat. Gotta go.
I don't like it. I mean, I guess this one has music, but
No, it doesn't have like its
it doesn't
own.
have this. Yeah.
They lead into it with the soundtrack of the that's playing in the episode.
Yeah. Come on, man. Dang. Talking about ignore him. That boy about to die. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He brave when it's time to run away.
Sorry, just trying to cut something.
So like I'd rather just fight him and just get away with this. Underworld.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all leave a like if y'all are here with us live or catching the vibe with us.
Good, 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 good. Yeah, you're right. Yeesh. The strongest feet for sure. That's it. I like his design.
Which one?
Dancing's. He's cooler in anime.
Yeah, I like them. Yes, sir. Stanson. Roto. Goldberg. And Gerd. Wait, what?
Tight.
And, that boy Brooke getting busy, multi-professional.
No. Holy.
God. Damn, they ain't hesitate with that one.
Boy, what? I think, oh,
Mm. You could pull off whatever hairstyle you want, Robin. You good in my book.
dang, they joined at the same time, basically.
Who, Robin and Frankie? Officially, yeah. Because Robin was playing around.
Mhm.
You know what I just thought of? There's always this I'm gonna make this brief. There's always this theory going around that the One Piece world, before the flooding and stuff that Vegabunk talked about in the speech, that it was all one big area. So like Elbap was just like a section in this big
It's a
continent.
giant biome.
Everything, like once you cross the borders, like everything's just significantly bigger. That's funny. But yeah, that just crossed my mind, like how big Elbap is. And then it's like that theory's been going around, especially as of recently. And it's like, damn, if that was true, Elbap was just the area that everything's just that much bigger. Damn. All right. Thoughts on that one? Quick thoughts.
Gas.
Admiral again,
Iconic.
or what you think?
I'll drop it down to
Warlord.
yeah.
Yeah, not too much happened in that one. I think I
I'm
can
tripping.
agree.
The first one is Yonko. Sorry.
First one was Yanko.
Yeah.
Loki's introduction and all that.
Yeah. That one's
All right.
Warlord.
For 1162, we have no title or official description yet.
Can you read that?
Title.
Gargantuan
Yes,
wave
I
of
can.
emotion, the dreamlike scenery of Elba.
Yes, sir. That is the title of 1162.
Yes, I can. They did. They can't lie.
They moving fast.
Yeah.
Running from some.
They did.
Don't run to the light.
Fuck his ass again.
We don't want to get in trouble with the Giants like he didn't just kidnap me and my crew, Yonko crew.
Yeah.
They better not get in trouble with us.
Gina Shanks did.
How the hell they Roto get so far ahead of them?
Did.
Mm. Gabon had black hair, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And she got blonde hair. And Colin got pink hair. Am I spoiling? Was that a spoiler?
Nah, what are you talking about? Yeah,
Speak of the devil.
alone, alone.
They was just fighting on a random island for 100 years.
They say
Like just so much is going on in the outside world. They're just boxing. Thirty days. I'm tripping. I got Ripley and Gary mixed up for some reason. They both baddies.
yeah.
They just crash into it. Yo,
The One Piece.
taste the rainbow. Come on, Robin. You're supposed to be the smart one. He said, "Is it really that special?" I felt so hyped about. It's just a rainbow.
This blew me. I can't lie. Could they even go to Skypiea?
Said what?
Could they even go to Skypiea?
Like with their size?
Yeah.
I mean, Kaido was up there, pretty chilling. They got a gold city and stuff. It's pretty heavy. Rainbow sailing weather.
Ow.
Or if you just jumped off and like tried to swim in
Straight through.
it.
Uh-oh.
Hey. Yo. Oh, oh, oh. They ship all tiny.
Yeah, yeah. Yo. Creep budget?
He dedicated, I can't lie.
Mhm. Cut him down.
Yes, sir. A little teamwork. Ultra rare gird.
Damn.
Mm, knot it up. It's like, Luffy, you tamed the giants. Nice. He's so mad he changed her clothes.
He's so sick for that.
Wasn't even gonna let them jump. Even if they was gonna fall through, they was gonna do it together.
Oh god.
Still pussy? Yes, sir. Mm. Elbath looking good on the visual side.
I lied.
You might as well just take them off, Zoro. They don't even got Sanji looking at the view, bruh. Like, they doing my dog so dirty, bruh. Yes, sir.
Wait, go back, go back. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back.
You want to hear that again?
Yeah.
I that just made me think about something, but I'm gonna talk about it later after the anime segment because it
For
has
sure.
some stuff to do with some stuff we see later. All right, episode 1162. We are finally caught up with the episodes.
Yes, sir.
Give me your thoughts about all three of them. Anything that stood out to you that you were looking forward to? Talk to me.
A little late, but the big reveal of Loki is here. I'm glad to see him animated finally. Voiced by the same actor as Gojo. It still sounds a little different, but it's
Good
dope.
range.
Good range for sure. That shoot, the animation's on par, bro. It's the animation's going, flowing. The pacing has been immaculate. I can't complain, no way.
Yeah.
Um, for the last episode, I'll give it an Amber because you got that a little sweet treat at the end
Mm-hmm.
for what's to come.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're kind of here. We're kind of Elbap's here, bro.
Yeah.
It's about to get very lit from here. So
for sure,
I'm
for sure.
ready to see more of it already. I wish we had more.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think roughly around 6 more episodes left in this season that we're calling it. We should see some good action. Some people should be popping up soon
Yes, sir.
and seeing some things. So yeah, like Josh said, we're here. LBAP is here. I'm not to cheese or cheat in any way, but I think I'm gonna piggyback a little bit off of Ja's ratings for the episodes. I kind of agree. For all of them, they were all good. Looked very good animation wise. You could tell the break was definitely needed. They really did very well in the episodes, the soundtracks, the sound effects. We know the sound effects person recently stepped away before Elbaf started, and whoever took his role has been doing a great job. I think the sound effects are great. When we seen Luffy transform into his Gear 4 a couple times, I think that sounded real great. I really like Loki's little soundtrack that he's gotten so far. It's definitely what I pictured while reading, like looking at everything actually fleshed out, animated on screen. We're seeing everything being played out. It's great so far. I'm enjoying it. Like you said, pacing's good. We're getting a chapter episode. Really can't complain there. Anything more than that, I'm sure it would be nice pacing wise, but like still anything more than that, I feel like we would be catching up at too fast of a rate, and then we'll kind of be in the same boat again. I think as long as we stick to the one chapter an episode, there are going to be chapters where there's just more dialogue than action. That's just how it is. That's how Oda writes it. Manga, on the manga side of things, when we're reading, whether it's a long dialogue chapter or, an action chapter, we're still enjoying it. So I imagine the same for the anime. there's going to be some weeks where it's a lot of boxing. There's going to be some weeks where it's not. Regardless, we're in the arc where, especially after Egghead, I just rewatched Egghead. Like, I finished a few days ago, so trust me, it's fresh on my mind. After seeing Egghead, this arc is going to be like amazing. We're getting it all. We're getting lore, we're getting action, we're getting dialogue, we're getting questions answered. So stay tuned, buckle your seatbelts, and I don't want to hear the complaining from the community, because so far from what I've seen, there's really nothing to complain about. You can nitpick here and there, but you can't say anything has been bad or they've went in the wrong direction on anything since they've restarted this. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Any final thoughts on the Tales from the New World anime segment?
No, that's it for me. I'm loving it though.
Sure. For sure. Hopefully we won't have to, audio listeners, I know that was probably a little bit rough, with us sitting there for a while watching these episodes. Hopefully we won't have another week where we have to catch up on 3. Some weeks there will be the ones where we have to watch two in a episode, but hopefully we won't get to this point again. If anything, we'll kind of plan it out. If we have to be a week behind, I really wouldn't mind, because once we go on break, it's not like we're going to be continuously trying to play catch up. So as long as we're covering it and knocking it out, it's fine by me. But yes, definitely enjoying these episodes a lot. And that will wrap up our Tales from the New World segment. If y'all are anime only, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Moving forward, there will be a lot of manga spoilers as we talk about the most recent manga chapter and some of the stuff that's been happening past this point in the anime. So, y'all are anime onlys. Smash that like button before y'all head out. Leave us a 5-star rating if y'all are listening to us, and we appreciate y'all so much.
Greatly appreciate it.
But yeah, for our manga onlys, let's dive into our Manga Mania segment. We have a good one today, chapter 1182, that came out last week, as this week is a break week, but we will talk about last week's chapter, as there's a lot of lower points that we can discuss. And then we'll wrap up today's episode. But without further ado, let's dive straight into this segment. Chapter 1182, titled Zaza. All right. So if y'all are familiar with this segment, I will go read through my chapter summary. It's going to be a little bit. And then after, Ja will kind of lead us on the page-by-page breakdown of the chapter, and then I'll add in my extra thought points as we go. All right, let's get straight into the chapter summary. So first things first, we have the cover page. We have a reader request. Isho, which is Fujitora's name, savoring a bowl of udon painstakingly crafted by a fox, and Tanuki by Toshika Zu. Did you have any thoughts on the reader request?
Nah, honestly, nah. Shout out Fujitora. I wonder what role, just food for thought. I wonder what role he plays later on. Sooner than later, maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah. What were you saying about that?
He's trying to change the narrative of the world.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Last few things we've seen of him, he's just blatantly, doing his own thing. He's saying, I'm an admiral. y'all gave me this position. I'm gonna use it how I want to use it.
Yeah.
And we've seen a few times where Fujitora likes to chill and enjoy some food. So nice little callback. Cool to see Fujitora. Didn't really have much for it either. But yeah, let's dive right in. All right, to begin the chapter, Loki says he can still feel Imu's presence after blasting him, and that it is difficult to keep him in sight when he becomes so big. Imu, meanwhile, says he never expected to see Needhogger again, labeling him a traitor before he coughs violently. It begins to snow, and Imu calls it expected as Needhogger's affinity with Ragnir, which is confirmed to be a devil fruit user with the power of the Risu Risu no Mi model Ratatosker, was always high even in the past. He also muses how Ragnir looked the same as it waited for a new master to serve. But Ragnir, enraged by Imu, and it, along with Loki, unleashed a simultaneous attack called Ragna Goero, firing a blast of lightning and snow at Imu. However, Imu counters with a move of his own, Titsi Mito, unleashing a barrage of black fireballs that set the forest below them ablaze. Bonnie watches the fight from afar and calls it scary, just as Lilith tells her to come back over to her. Bonnie does so and assures Lilith she will not join the fight, and even if she wanted to, Lilith would forbid her because she is her guardian now. Lilith wonders who Imu is, stating he commands the Knights of God, yet is not one of the 5 Gorosei. She surmises that with the world government having existing for 8 centuries, power struggles would only lead to the creation of more darkness. Just as she is about to say something, though, Sanji, who she was attending to, gets back up to rejoin the fight. Despite Bonnie warning him about his injuries, Sanji says he has no choice, as he recalls when Killingham found him being paralyzed. He told him he was going to finish their mission and resume kidnapping the children, before leaving by using his body as a springboard to launch himself in retaliation to Sanji's earlier victory against him. Sanji then takes off into the air and declares he will not let Elbaf, the country that Luffy and Usopp love so much, suffer like this, though he admits it is also the home of beautiful giant woman that he enjoys. At the Owl Library, Robin and Saul discover a hidden tunnel around the back that leads to a secret room. And it is here that Biblo took all of the books. Robin and Saul express gratitude to Biblo for saving the books, while Saul admits he is even more confused by the nature of Biblo's existence than he was before. As for Sommers, he uses his enhanced strength from Imu's omen to grab another giant ship to transport the children and demands the giants to bring them to him in 5 minutes. At Western Village, Chopper treats Gerd's fingers, saying that the cut Imu made was so sharp and clean, her fingertips will reattach, but it will take months for her to fully recover. Gerd thanks Chopper, but expresses frustration that she cannot help others despite being a doctor herself. Kaloon thanks Chopper for treating Ripley and everyone else, but he says he merely performed emergency care, and once this disaster is over, he can treat everyone properly. Roto offers to give Gerd his fingers, but she nonchalantly rejects him, though she admits she came to respect him a bit after seeing him risk his life for his brother, which makes him excited to the point where he gets a nosebleed. Zoro, meanwhile, is getting a ride from Goldberg, who at this point is the only member of the new giant warrior pirates not badly wounded. As he expresses his gratitude to Zoro for his help, something Zoro chalks up to Luffy's belief that the country of his friends is also his country, therefore solidifying Hajuden's immense respect of him. Zoro then says to Goldbird that Imu's power is nothing like he had seen before, so they need to finish this fight quickly before things truly get out of hand. Killingham contacts Summers and informs him that he messed up because he accidentally created an MMA of what he himself is afraid of, which Summers chews him out for as it will scare him too. Still, Killingham assures he can control the MMA, but they need to hurry up and finish the mission. Summers asks about Gunko, and Killingham says he saw her on the way over, but thinks she has perished. Though shocked, Summers accepts this and says that Imu's body cannot withstand outside of the Holy Land. But the fact that he is here in person means that both of them need to make sure they do not disappoint him. It then begins to rain, and the downpour is severe enough to flood the western village as a large arm made of water grabs the children as per Killingham's orders. According to Killingham, Marijua is situated above the rain clouds, so rain is actually a terrifying thing for the world nobles. Because of that, aside from Nika and the D clan, the only thing that scares them is the rain god that appears to the rhythm of prayers for rain, known as Zaza. And it is the very thing he personally fears that he created to finish their mission. Zoro sees the chaos at the village, but decides to keep moving forward. At the same time, moving past Sanji, who is heading in the other direction towards the village. Both of them tell one another to make sure they do their jobs properly as they prepare to battle the Knights of God. First off, great chapter. I do want to apologize for my reading. I am exhausted, 0 sleep last night. So as I'm reading this, my mind is everywhere, but that's neither here nor there. Y'all get the point.
Yes, sir.
Initial thoughts on this chapter before we dissect it.
Boom. Internet sensation. This one really struck up the community just off the name itself, If you know, you know.
If you
Shout
know,
out
you
Oda.
know.
Especially being we just got past last month's one of last month's holidays. Oda must have been celebrating.
Yes, sir.
But no, to start off, we Loki and Emu still in the grid. We see, I feel like the effects of being in the lower world for Emu is starting to show. I mean, as long as as well as them battling, Loki's doing what he can to Emu.
Mm-hmm.
Even though most attacks seem like they've been ineffective, but we see some blood. How do you feel about the giant form being, it's he mentions it's hard to. It's like the second time he mentioned it already. Like it's hard to keep track of.
Once when he was fighting Gunko, and now when he's fighting Emu. It's a bit irritating because ever since we first get introduced to Loki getting the fruit when we see him kill Harold, it kind of seemed like in that castle he wasn't this form. So we kind of think we're led to believe that there is a hybrid form for Loki. And it is a bit irritating that we haven't seen it yet because it seems like it would be a good balance where he could still access some of his devil fruit powers without having to give up the huge size. Because to me, it's kind of given Loki not a. I don't want to say like a minus or anything or losing points, but it's given him a bit of a buffer in his fighting to where we've seen him have 2 times now have to switch back and forth instead of being able to just effectively, like we've seen Kaido kind of do it, but he was also using each form to his advantage. Whereas I feel like Loki's only really good at range with this form. And I do wish there was some sort of hybrid form that we've gotten. Maybe there's not one at all because he hasn't used it. I really don't know at this point. But shoot, I'm annoyed with you, Loki. Like, if he's so small, then do something else. How do you feel? What are your thoughts?
Not to rag on him anymore, but like, do you feel like there's a chance his fruit, he hasn't mastered his fruit all that well since some of his life he's been locked up, but I mean he's had like it all from the time he ate it, he had 6 years to be able to do what he did in that form. Do you think that affects his abilities right now? Overall, as a
it's hard to say because we see people like Luffy, who's awakened in such a short amount of time. We've seen, I mean, yeah, like he's had the fruit for a while, but for it to be challenged to where he's like from like majority of the time he didn't even have a gear 2 where he had this fruit. Like he just developed that when he became a pirate within the past 2 years. We've seen Blackbeard, he got the Gora at the Marine Ford War. And now Oda claims that he's already mastered it 2 years later. So it's kind of like hard for me to sit here and give him that pass and be like, oh yeah, he doesn't have it long enough. When we know he's at least encountered people like Shanks. So it's like you've had time to really put your fruit to the test. But I really don't know. We've only kind of heard of this form thus far, even when Emu initially was talking to Loki and was like, oh, there was word of a giant pirate crew. The captain was bigger than everybody else. And then there was also this mysterious giant dragon or giant creature. So we never really heard of anything describing his hybrid form. Not that we have really for anybody in terms of description, but I don't know if it's a mastery thing or if I don't know if the fruit just doesn't have it. Because what would Luffy's hybrid form be? He's still a mythical Zoan. But like I don't really think we have hybrid form.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go like his gears, but like I don't really consider that hybrid. I just think that's utilization of his fruit. And then his awakened form is gear 5. So there's no real in between. So like another mythical Zoan, maybe it's just potentially the dragon need hugger. And then like that's just it. Because now that I think about it, most of the other mythical Zoans we've seen. I mean, does Yamato have a hybrid? I feel like she just kind of.
I want to say, yeah.
She does. I feel like she just switched over to the
dog.
Like the wolf dog.
Yeah, we haven't seen her standing up or anything.
I can't remember like a mix. I mean, Kaido obviously had a hybrid. Trying to think of others. Sengoku that
okay.
didn't have a hybrid.
What's his name? Marco.
Marco, he technically has a hybrid, yeah.
Yeah.
King technically had a hybrid, I guess. So I mean, there are some, and I mean, a dragon. You would kind of think we've seen other dragons like with kind of other dragon-like type with the hybrid. So you would kind of think just a giant Loki with some wings and maybe some claws would be a hybrid, but I don't know.
I don't know. My head just went to Momonosuke now. Like, he better tee up. When the time comes, he better tee up.
Imagine Momo. Imagine like an full-grown Momo with like a hybrid form, like him mixed with a pink dragon.
Clean, boy.
It could be clean. It could be clean. All right, let's keep it rolling. A big question that was that we've had for a while, revolving Ragnar and Ratatasker.
Yeah.
Confirmed a fruit, not like everyone's thought about an entity and stuff. Did you? I have a few things that I wanted to talk about, but let me hear your thoughts first.
Hammer Ragnar, squirrel fruit, mythical
Scoot a little
type.
bit towards your Luffy poster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that way.
Really?
I got the manga panel up, but it was blocking half the face.
Model Ice Squirrel, Ratatasker. The hammer must have fell on the fruit, bro. That's the only way, bro. Before we get there, though, I wanted to talk about the trader line from Emu.
Oh,
I think thou and I would meet again in this world, trader. Boom. You think they jumped Nika? I mean, Joy Boy?
You know something? Okay, one. Here's a few things I want to talk about that. I'm glad you brought this back up. I was confused. Needhogger was supposedly the rival to Nika. Emu mainly talks about Joy Boy.
Yeah.
Nika's first world, Joy Boy's second world. So I'm trying to connect the dots between where Needhogger is tied in with Joy Boy as well. Because and here's my other thought on the specific trader thing. I read this. I still think I think Emu, possibly Needhogger, possibly Joy Boy. I feel like it's I'm thinking it's they might have been on the same page about something or came to an agreement about something, and then Needhogger and Joy Boy or whatever the case turned against Emu because Emu was in the wrong, or they felt Emu was in the wrong or something, and this is why he's calling him a traitor. Because a lot of people I see are starting to bring up like, oh, what if Joy Boy was like actually like wrong and stuff, and because now we're saying Emu used this traitor a lot more, and or this type of attitude when he's reliving the past. Like he thinks about Joy Boy, he says like violence, or what did he say? Like violence conquers it all, or something along those lines a few chapters ago. And now we're seeing traitor, and I'm kind of like along the lines of maybe. And it brings up when Vegapunk's talking about when he was giving his message, he's like, I don't know enough to call it a battle of right or wrong or good or evil. He said, I'm just calling it a battle of ideals. I think that's kind of tying into this, to where like their ideals were just different, and Emu's just viewing them as traitors, even though Emu might have been in the wrong. Emu might have gotten corrupted by the greed and the power lust and whatever. And they was like, hey, we got to stop Emu before this happens, and he looks at them as a traitor. That's kind of how I'm viewing this, and I'm taking it. But that question did pop up because I'm just like, I'm still trying to connect. There's still too much gaps between, because we earlier when we're learning about Needhogger, Ja Rule was connecting him with Nika. And now Imu's coming along. When he first got there, he said, Nika, Needhogger. And that was the first time we heard Imu say something about Nika directly. Because Imu has always referenced Joy Boy. When it comes to the fruit, when it comes to anything along those lines, he's always said Joy Boy. And then now, he said, like, even when Saturn, when they left Egghead and Saturn died, he's like, you let Joy Boy get away. And so it's like, but we know these are separate points in time. Like Joy Boy wasn't Nika. They just all had the Nika fruit. I'm just confused on where Needhogger lines up. Like, did he know Joy Boy? Was he possibly a giant? We know they lived for hundreds of years, so maybe he knew both. I just don't know.
All right, so where I'm leaning with this.
Yeah, talk to me. Let me hear it.
The God of War and Nika, that was the first world. And they were against each other. They battled against each other.
Mm-hmm.
In the episode today, it says the sun god died in Elbaf, or Warland.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's expected the God of War to be a giant as well, right?
Right.
Can
And
we say that?
Yes.
And are we?
I think I'm gonna like give that 98% because it's been passed. The fruit's been passed down throughout. Like it's safe to. That's a safe assumption.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're also assuming the God of War had the Needhogger fruit.
Needhogger fruit. Yes, for sure.
Paired with the hammer.
Ratatasker.
Yes. Ratatasker.
Elbaf
do you think
is D? This is all like
Elbaf is D. I feel like Elbaf is D part is for the second world. Do you think so? So in that first world, do you think he's calling him a traitor? Do you think he was on the side with Needhogger in the first world in the God of War? And then what's it called? Nika? Or they fought Nika, whatever, lose, win or draw, whatever.
potentially.
Okay.
Potentially. Still a lot to be answered.
And then, dang, it's like, do you think they were teamed up in the second world? Needhogger and would be Emu?
Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe because the world government came into power 800 years ago. That's when it was created.
Second world.
Yes, second world. What if God of War was on the side against Nika and helps Emu get to the power? Then he realizes how corrupt it is and tries to side with Joy Boy because he's old enough. It could be he lives to 300 years, so he could
time out, because it's hard to look at this because the God of War could very much be in the second world. Am I tripping?
I mean, but when Ja Rule said it was legendary, they had legendary battles with Nika. Like he was the one who fought with Nika.
True.
But here's my point.
Have the Giants said Joy Boy yet? They have said Joy Boy too.
No, they haven't.
They haven't?
They don't
Just
know
Nika?
Joy Boy. Yeah, they know Nika. Because when Emet was saying, I just watched this in Egghead, when Emet was using the voice of all things with Luffy and saying Joy Boy, when he was with Dorian Bragi, he said, yeah, they keep calling me Joy Boy. I don't know who that is. And then the Giants were like, Joy Boy. And they were like, we can't even hear him at all. He's like, well, he's loud to me. So they kind of just brushed off Joy Boy. So I don't. But here's what I'm thinking: we know that giants live average 300 years.
Mhm.
So the first world could have happened, and yes, the God of War could have been fighting Nika in the first world. He could have outlived the first world into the second world and been a part of Joy Boy's story too. Maybe. And maybe he teamed up with Joy Boy because the Elbap is the connection. Like we have to we see the big straw hat in the flower room. It's just like all these things that are kind of like leading towards Elbaf. You would kind of think that I mean, maybe that's where Emu's looking at him as a traitor because maybe in the first world he was on Emu's side and then he switched and maybe he tries to help Joy Boy win the second war. They lose, and then that's why he's like, "Hey, you're a traitor," because he switched. He's like,
Yeah.
Needhawker, you were on my side, and now maybe this is all speculation. This is
And then it's all headcanon. But then it's also like he could be saying traitor now because they teamed up in the second world. That shit is throwing me. It's good. It's we'll have our headcanon for now. We'll get a clear.
Another thing, when the narrator at the end of the episode, when he says, "Don't stay too long in Elbaf," what if this whole time he's talking about Emu?
Emu just slides every time something goes down in Elbaf?
No. I mean, Emu can't stay this long and like don't overstay your.
Oh, what's going on with Emu is because
like I just like he said that, and we haven't really seen anything connect with that line yet in Elbaf, and that's so much further from where we are now to when they said that. That's so many chapters in between. This is the only thing that I'm connecting where it's like, oh shoot, he said don't overstay your time in Elbaf. Then it's like right when Emu goes, it's like the Gorsair, like you know what happens when you leave, and then now they're like, hey, we're on the time limit. You know it's not okay when he's away from the capital. I don't know. What if it's tying into?
There's still underlying energy too in Elbaf as well.
Yeah. I don't know. Just when the narrator says that, what if he's like, just mark my words or remember my words. Don't overstay. Emu's the only one we've seen who's kind of been pressured for time thus far in Elbaf. And it could just be a bigger thing, like him just leaving the capital. That's kind of what it's been pointing to, but I don't know, just something to think about.
Definitely.
Ragnar cussing Emu out. What you do? What if Chopper was there to translate?
Bro.
He called you a bitch. He said he was waiting for us to get back.
No, yeah, I was messing with he was popping his shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ragnar has had some top tier like comedic moments in this arc. I will never forget the moment where they're getting chewed out and him and Luke. He's like patting Luffy on the back. But moving forward. When I was writing my, I don't know why I didn't go back to the chapter to get the actual translation name because I was trying to.
I was laughing when you read it.
I was so because I was using something else to help type my notes.
Mm-hmm. Where are we at? So yeah, we basically went over all of that. Ragnar and Loki, a combined attack. Ragnar 5 arrow. That's like their first collaborative, I feel like.
I think in this form, did they do something? Didn't they do like a? Well, I guess it's.
I think it's all been like Ragnar.
Well, Ragnar's the snow, and he's the lightning. So I think when he's
Ragnar's the snow and the lightning, I thought.
I mean, but he shoots lightning with his breath.
No,
His-
yeah.
his-
Dang. You're right.
so I mean, because when he swings with
Loki
Ragnar,
alone might just be snow and lightning.
no, I don't think he's snow because Ragnar's the ice squirrel.
Okay.
And he said when Gunko was frozen, Ragnar's the only one who could unfreeze. So I think they've been doing combo attacks. This is their first combo with him in his dragon form. I think they still combo when he swings and it's like lightning and freezing. Because I think my thought process is Loki's strictly lightning, Ragnar's strictly ice, and everything that they do combination is just.
And that's why, and the being like passed down from generation, that's why Emu picked up on it. Or who picked up on it? Snow and light. It was Emu, right?
Yeah, well, he said something about it here, I think. Or was that last chapter? Oh, lightning caused by an impact with ice.
And then the affinity for one another was always great.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So because then it would have been a little bit because another like thing that highlights that when Loki attacked Luffy, it was just lightning because Luffy wasn't affected at all.
True.
Yeah, so I think all the attacks when they swing, like when he's regular, just ancient giant form, and he swings with Ragnar, and it's kind of like the ice lightning. I think that's just all fusion. I think they're just that in sync that they're able to work smoothly like that. But yeah, this is their first combo when he's in his double fruit form.
And then Moo, I called her Moo for the first time. Called him Moo. Moo counters with the new move, Nova Eclipse, or Gazing Eclipse. They changed that.
Yeah, they did change it. They changed both of them. The Ragnar
I feel
arrow.
like Ragnar Quint.
But Quint means 5.
Quint means 5.
But they changed the emus thing too. all these translations everywhere, man.
Facts. Expanding the Omen circle above his head as well. A substantial amount as well. That's the biggest we've seen it. It's kind of.
I wonder how relative in size that is to Loki right there. I know it's above him, so it's kind of hard. But like, and then he's just throwing the kind of like gas bomb faces or whatever you want to call them, dark flame faces at Loki.
Facts.
And he's shooting kind of bullets at him.
I just made a little side note. I believe that Ragnarok is going to happen here. I think it's going to get a lot worse than what we've seen so far.
Okay.
Panzer Lilith and Lilith's trying to identify. I didn't have much for the top right. They had their little moment, which I thought was dope.
Vegapunk pretty much owning up to Bonnie's childhood being the what it is now, and
dang, I didn't even think about it like that.
Taking responsibility and kind of. I mean, yeah, that's how I seen it. It also is different. I just watched Egghead, so it's all So this was a very cool moment, especially just seeing Kuma's backstory and Bonnie's backstory and stuff, and then reading this last week. It was nice. I was like, okay, that's a good little touch. Like Vegapunk pretty much acknowledge. This is the first time Vegapunk's acknowledging, hey, Bonnie, your care is on me now. Like, I failed Kuma, obviously wasn't able to save Jenny Jenny wasn't able to get any care by that point. So that's what I took from that. But I love Bonnie as a character, especially off of Egghead, but I am kind of over the dramatics around it.
Dude, at this point, now thinking about it more and more, it's like Bonnie might just take Vegapunk for the rest of. They might just be a duo on the crew.
Especially since
On
her
her
age,
crew.
especially since her age like was confirmed that she's 12. Before that was confirmed, I was a little bit skeptical about maybe joining the crew. I didn't love it, but I just thought it could be a possibility. But now that I see her age and stuff, I don't think. And Kuma could potentially maybe get fixed a little bit. Yeah, I just feel like she'll probably rock out with Vegapunk. That'll be good for her.
No doubt. And then it pans to Lilith.
Killingham popping his shit after getting beat up. This omen got them feeling different.
No, yeah. They're feeling it for sure. This is kind of like reminiscent of Fishman Island.
What part?
When they all got perked up.
Okay.
Came back.
Yeah.
I do also want to mention before we move on to that, Lilith trying to identify, just going down like the lineage of the world government and the Celestials, trying to like piece together who Emu could be. And I feel like Vegapunk might very much have a good idea or a better description of the two sides that he couldn't justify to say who was right or wrong.
Yeah, that part was a little confusing to me. Not that I expected him to know anything, but I expected him to be a little bit more sure. We get the little piece of information that it was known that the name was familiar to Ivankov and stuff, Emu's name, when Sabo came and reported that back. So it's like little stuff like that you would I kind of was expecting to be a little bit more. Obviously, his name wasn't said, I don't think, around Vegapunk or anything for them to be like, oh, Emu. But to be so unsure that there's a power greater than the five elders, I kind of was expecting Vegapunk to be a little bit more sure. But
yeah,
that just goes to show that the world government was pretty good at hiding their stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, while Sanji was still out for the count, killing him, just picking up right where they left off after he got his own man.
He used him as a Fortnite jump pad.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, despite his injuries, Sanji tails right back after him. He has his little like Usopp moment had earlier, like putting his foot down to do whatever he needs to do to save Elbaf because of the crew's, because of his captain, and his little love for Usopp, I guess, is kind of showing in this panel. Since they he says them both, which is kind of like, I don't know, I just find it nice that he recognizes it as like they both really love this place and been trying to get here for so long, whatever. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
His little comment about the giant, beautiful women. He had to throw that in there though.
Yeah, of course. I laughed when I knew someone was gonna bring it up. That shit. I laughed when I seen that shit. Always something. To the Isle Library where Biblo is found by Sol and Robin back in a back room where the library in the back room of the library where he has all the books saved. Do you think you think this is like like I don't know. I have
Devil fruit.
Secret room. Where did this come from?
Secret room. Like I just said, devil fruit. I think Biblo is a giant who ate whatever fruit this is. And I believe that they just live in this form.
Yeah, like a Morgan's.
Yes, I think they have some sort of mythical Zoan owl fruit that lets them control size, whether that be within the tree or Elbaf or just the library. I don't know what specifically. I kind of almost confirmed it in my head canon that it was a devil fruit after the Ratatoskr reveal, because I know that was like another thing that was like, well, this could maybe not be a devil fruit, but at this point, anything that's unrealistic in the world of One Piece has something to do with a devil fruit. I think I'm just accepting that. Haki is the willpower, and then anything that has something to do with reality, I'm tying into devil fruits. Even the top one in the verse came to when he descended, as the chapter said, it was revealed at his devil fruit. So I'm just grouping everything. I'm chalking everything up to devil fruit. I think Biblo does have one. I think we've seen certain cases and scenarios for specific ones that lead to different scenario results and stuff. I think this is a special case where Biblo either chooses not to talk or just cannot, or chooses not to transform or cannot. And they have been around longer than the average giant on Elbaf, so they know every, hidden room, tunnel, everything, because right when Saul and Robin got to the library officially, they walked in, they said, Biblo and the books are gone. So, I think the owl has to be some sort of, whether it be ancient giant or just former giant, not former, but devil fruit user that knows more about Elbaf than, everyone, the current residents do. So they don't know about it, but it may know about them.
For sure. I felt like this is kind of like a little nostalgic moment. A little bit. It's like a hidden room in a tree. It reminds me of O'Hara, and then Robin and Saul get to,
The books are saved again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
But yeah. From that, where am I at? Then we pan to Summers. Summers.
Yeah.
Picking up where he left off. And he's got a whole giant ship. I seen a post talking about the Super Summers thing. I want to say it's from kind of like I don't even know what to call that, but I think it's from Dragon Ball. Someone said something in Dragon Ball along the same lines of like being a super, what's it called? I want to say it's Dragon Ball. I forget. But
I mean, Dragon Ball has Super Saiyans. There's Super Buu in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. But might be some homage. If it's not Dragon Ball, it might be like a little like showing some homage from another anime. But yeah, I didn't really have much for
Yeah.
Yes, but they are using their new abilities to the best of them, I will say.
Yeah. It's just funny. They got mopped up pretty easily, and they get this boost, and then they're just back to shit talking. It's like they're not even thinking about what just happened to them. They're like, hey, we got our boost. Our big daddy is here. What now? You know, I'm Super Sombers. What's up? It's just like the Holy Knights. We've constantly seen time and time again that they are pretty much silver spoon babies. So it's like they grew up, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later at the end of this chapter, but they were raised in such this high class way of thinking, this above life way of thinking, that they didn't have to fight. They didn't have to train. That's why majority of them have shown no real hockey feats or anything. You know, it's not like you're in a world of pirates, or you're in a world of wherever you have to grow up to where you have to train in order to move forward in terms of strength. Those, they kind of like, hey, we'll give you a hex devil fruit, we'll give you some regeneration, and then they just have the mindset of, we're better than you. And it shows in every fight. They just get beat up. They get a boost, they regenerate, they talk their shit again, and then they lose. So I just think it's funny that both Killingham and Sommers both kind of showed that, like, Sanji was at a point sitting on a part of your body while Jinbei was holding your head. Sommers, you were one shot obliterated almost, and now you're back, like, calling yourself Super Sommers. It's just like, some people that we would call it a wake-up call, but for them it's just like, we're back.
Yeah.
Same
Straight hand
mindset.
up.
Yeah. God, this part pissed me off, man. This part pissed me off. I love Gerd. Y'all was just hearing me hype her up earlier in the anime. But
I didn't really have much here, but go ahead.
Yeah, come on, man. Not everything needs to be repaired and fixed. And
dang, I did catch me by surprise as well. I can't lie.
I mean, like, and I get it, and it's also like trying to give Emu a subtle feat that, like, he was just that clean with it, like it was that clean of a cut. But come on now, like, the plot, Chopper's just happens to be there. He has a giant roll of bandage that he could wrap up, and he's like, hey, they'll reattach. It's just gonna take a while. It's like, okay, cool. And, like, you got to think of it. Giants lived a couple 100 years old. A couple months for her fingers to heal up, reattach. That's like a few weeks to them.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. That's the whole penalty. You got Emu pull up, slice your fingers clean off. And it's like, okay, they'll be better in a couple months. I just didn't like that. I was like, hey, she didn't need those fingers.
Yeah.
I just that's the one side of One Piece that I'm just like, it's too much repairs. It's too much, like, something drastic happens. Oh, we fixed it right then and there.
We got Chopper. Chopper can fix it.
I mean, even with correct me if I'm wrong, when Dorian Bragi snapped out of the Domi Reversi, isn't his arm back?
Yeah, he got his arm.
Brogy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like everything's getting repaired. Like, yeah. I want there to be a little bit more loss. And I said this. I said this is one of my things about Wano. Wano was too big of a scale of a battle for 95% of the people to just come out living. I think a few more of the side characters that we met that were still important. It didn't have to be main cast, but I feel like we could have lost a few more people. I'm just noticing that in the trend of One Piece. There's just always so much like, yes, everything's okay at the end of the day. I do love
No,
that
I
aspect.
don't like killing people, man.
I know, but I know. Sometimes
Only
we
small
need
burdens.
it, though. Sometimes we need it, though.
Except for episode 400 something, like did not have to do my boy like that.
Because you got to think of it. At the end of the day, Luffy's gonna become king of the pirates. They're gonna have a banquet, a giant banquet, and every single person they met along the way is gonna be there. I don't like that. I need a few people to not be at that banquet just for like it to be like their loss helped us get here. Everybody's gonna be there, damn near. Full fingers intact, limbs intact, like they damn near didn't fight. All these. That's that, but I can't be too mad at it. Oda's cooking. This is all minor stuff, but little stuff like Gerd's fingers, Brogy's arm. I think I think they could do without.
Dancing cook though. Don't forget.
I mean, okay, he'll be without a leg.
It'll be another peg.
Yeah, he's just gonna be on a peg. He's the shipwright. He's gonna get something cool. He's gonna build himself a nice little prosthetic leg. Everything's gonna be okay.
Nah, yeah, I didn't have much for here. It is kind of. I greatly understand what you're saying. I did not expect Chopper to be on it like that.
Yeah.
I get he's one of the best doctors on the sea, and maybe his devil fruit has something to do with it. Maybe not. But yeah, I didn't expect that. Well, and it is. I did like the part where like Gerd is their doctor too, so it's like she could very much not like. Yeah, they'll be reattached, but she could very much not be as good as a doctor anymore.
No, for sure. It like when she made that point, when she's like, "I'm usually the one who's supposed to be healing everyone," like. It does kind of attest to that, and it's like, okay, you need your hands to heal, and you know she lost important fingers, index, thumb on her both of her fingers. She can't really like you take away these fingers, you can't do anything. So, like, it does make sense. I'm not too mad at that. I'm just like, damn, oh, how convenient. Like, it was so dramatic when Emu pulled up and swiftly cut off her fingers. It was like a whoa. Did not expect that. And it's like, oh, she'll be okay. And I like that, but especially when the number one big bad pulls up, does something that shocks everyone, I kind of want it to stick a little bit more.
Definitely.
Shoot, it was such a clean cut. Stance's leg could be reattached. He got cut the same way Gerd did.
I hope he did. I mean,
if it was that clean of a cut, according to Chopper, you got Chopper.
I got a Chopper in the car.
I love my Chopper, and my Chopper love me. Anything for this next page?
Nah, I just want to say that that panel was clean though. Just everybody in there and
bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right.
Yeah.
Panning over to Goldberg showing his gratitude for the Straw Hats, and Zoro starting to grasping the whole situation and realizing the stakes are even higher now that the Knights have been powered back up. Just Zoro being that what's it called?
Yeah. I thought this part was funny when he was like, I'm one of the new giant pirates who didn't get wounded. I would have been like, whose side are you on? like, was you in the fight or were you ducking? Why are you? Your captain's over here hurt.
What's his name again?
Who? Goldberg.
Goldberg. Yeah, I said that.
Your captain's hurt. Your doctor's got her fingers chopped off, and you just unscathed. You just chilling. Whose side are you on? Let me see you fight next. You the next one
Yeah.
who gotta fight.
You about to get no dick.
Nah, I didn't have much for this page. Yeah, I didn't have much at all. I did like. We're kind of saying we seen last what was this last page or 2 pages ago? Sanji talking to Lilith and Bonnie, pretty much saying like, "Hey, we care about this country. You know, we may have gotten injured, but we're not gonna lose. We're fighting for Elbaf." And kind of similar thing from Zoro. He's just like, "Hey, my captain thinks that this country might as well be his country." So he's like, you know, we're if we gotta die fighting for it, that's what we'll do. So I kind of like that both of them, both recovering from sustaining attacks from direct attacks from Emu, and shaking back, and this is their mindset. And then, you know, obviously we see at the end of the chapter, you know, they're locked in. So I do like that aspect. Both of them realizing their importance still here, and not letting that, you know, throw them off too much of their game. So, and then hey, they both kind of alluded to the same thing, that we're going to protect this country. So I like that. That's kind of what you want to see from the wings of the Pirate King, the future Pirate King.
Sir. The marbles thing that Zoro has in his hand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hinted that Zoro might be decent at playing Reversey. I think we've seen it in a cover page before and some other stuff. I think he was playing with Robin, I believe.
Okay.
So
I gotta look.
And then
he had
you know, when the Pirates got Reverseyed, he's talking about he had a plan and everything. I just you know, notice him. I feel like those might be like Reversey chips or something.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. What stuck out to me when I first read it, I didn't think more into what they were. Just noticed that there was 3 of them. Kind of Zoro's thing. I didn't really know if that was intentional or not, but he's carrying 3 of them. He's kind of juggling them around in his hand. Maybe that's like a fidget thing for him, and just the 3 is his significant. He has the 3 earrings, the 3 swords. So
yeah,
maybe that's just kind of like a maybe a fidget thing that where he's thinking or something. Obviously, it's the first time we're seeing it directly, like in the chapter on a panel, but he pulled them out of nowhere. So just something to think about, if there is anything significant there. It's looking at this rainbow here and looking at what we just seen in the animation. Like, people can't tell me that anime's whack, and like they only like the manga. And it's like, sometimes, trust me, for some shows and series, manga does outdo the anime a lot. But like, we just seen the same rainbow, bro. We just seen it. You can't tell me. But yeah, give me your thoughts.
The knights communicating their new plans, killing him, accidentally summons his own nightmares. And then they mention Gunko might be out for the count last scene.
Crazy to think about.
Yeah. He also Somers mentions that Emu's body is not meant to be outside in this outside world, and that they need to lock in as well. It's kind of like their Sanji Zoro moment, I feel like, as well. Even though They're
Mm,
kind of
I
like
like that.
winning the situation right now, but they're
Hmm.
actually trying to come together and try to accomplish their plan. I do like their. It's like I mentioned like the great lock in for them.
Yeah.
Um,
Keep going.
no, that's really all I have for that.
Yeah.
Before the top or left side of the
Um, I agree. I agree. So, pretty much my thoughts on the Summers killing him back and forth.
Mhm.
Uh, Pretty much them acknowledging that since Emu's here, can't mess up now.
Yeah.
The great one is here. Um, a little bit funny that we come to learn that they uh the people, the celestial dragons, have fears. They look down so much on people and everything. Um, that they have fears, and it's funny that the way their fears are developed, they're so high up in the world that they're raised above the rain clouds, to where something as simple as rain, is one of the things they fear, along with the D and Nika, which are clearly things that are taught in the Holy Land. Um, I just find it ironic, the people that view themselves as so highly in the world can be afraid of something as common as rain. um,
Yeah.
and how, though this is the great lock-in for the Holy Knights here in this situation, they're still so incompetent. Like, how are you so you're supposed to be locking in, and you're summoning your own fear by mistake. You're just like, oh
Oh,
shoot,
I'm glad you said that. Go ahead.
Summers, I accidentally did this. And it's like, are y'all that arrogant? Are y'all that like, you think y'all think it's in the bag now that you're messing up and summoning your fears? And it's like, yeah, you can still control it, but y'all are still afraid of it. Um, and last thing I seen that really stood out to me is just that the power and control that Killingham does have over the fruit, and how the rains, like, it downpours out of nowhere and it's enough to completely flood like that, to start drowning giant kids that are bigger than your average human. So it's like, still thinking about how much water that is. Kind of takes me a little bit back to Wano when Raizu summoned the water from Zunisha, and it completely just flooded the whole flower capital. Or not flower capital, castle on Onigashima.
Mhm.
But just because of just a massive amount of water in that situation, kind of made me think. Well, I'll get into that next page. You were about to say something?
Uh, Killing him like not having powers mastered just gave me like when you were reading the review, I just thought back on Eddie's lobby when the Cypherpole were just getting their new fruits and they were like trying, just trying new shit with their
Mm-hmm.
fruit and didn't know much about it and stuff like that. I just quick thought. Um, but yeah, to the left side,
Oh.
the Western Village, a storm rolls in and Killingham sicks his nightmare monster onto the giant children as they're swiped away and by one troops. Yeah. I don't know. That's really all I have for that. But then, yeah, the next page.
You didn't have any thoughts on after the people of the D and Nika? It was the most common boogeyman they warned us about. I wanted to see what your thoughts
You
were.
touched
Like,
on it. You touched on it briefly.
yeah, just the fact that it's being like passed down. The rain
No,
god.
yeah. Um, where he goes on to say, where is it? That they're like so high up in the sky. Oh, you said it in your what's it called? Um, yeah, right there. We're so born so high that the above the clouds and everything that
Hmm.
they find rain as a what's it called?
Yeah,
I don't really have much for this. Can't lie.
yeah.
Just
I do
they,
think it's.
they oh
What
my
are you
bad.
saying?
They do
No.
kind of like make it seem like as from what how he says it's like the rain god might be like a little bit more something than Nika was, but I don't know.
Well, it's funny because we hear when Bonnie mentioned Nika when she did the little first Nika like punch to Saturn and it didn't really do nothing, and he caught her and he said, "You know nothing about that." I kind of look at that as a different light because like before it was like, oh, that's just a time before your uh that's like a figure before your time. You don't know about that. And now I kind of look at it a little bit different. And it's like Nika's still an active name in the Holy Land, clearly, because they're saying it was the most common, like after the D and Nika, this most common boogeyman they warned us about. I didn't really think it was much of a. I didn't really think that the Rain God is more serious than Nika because he said after the people of the D and Nika. So I kind of looked at it as like those were like the top two threats, but then right there under them is like it's like yeah we got I don't know Bigfoot here, but then right under here is the Yeti. Like I don't know. Like
Actually,
it's still up there, but I still think they fear Nika more.
and then bam. First,
Zaza.
so just to get it out of the way, appearing to the rhythm of prayers for rain. Ooh, it's Zaza freaky. Um, the kanji little signs of the sound last seen were from the introduction of and saving of Monkey D. Luffy from the grasp of Smoker by his father, that we now know to be Monkey D. Dragon. Um, that sound, the entrance of the sound of Dragon and the entrance of the sound of Zaza, they might have something to do with each other. That's been the biggest thing I've seen among the community about the Rain God. But first look, that's Nami, bro. What is Nami doing behind that mask, bro?
That's funny that you say that. I kind of looked at it. I took it as a grain of salt because this is a sleep tid. This is what they're afraid of, and this is kind of like it's kind of like a myth. Like they were he verbatim referred to it as a common boogeyman. So I kind of think of it as this is what his imagination of this would be, and this isn't a direct representation of what the god of rain looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because even like down here in the introduction title, it says what we're afraid of, God of Rain, Zaza, Sleep Tid. So I like the design and everything, and it's funny. I thought the same thing when I said it. I was like, that kind of looks like Nami. but I was like, I'm not really trying to connect. Of course, Nami's the weather person, so like I did kind of like that, but I was like, I'm not gonna group this in my mind with something that's like, okay, this is how this looks just because it's a sleep tid, and they've never seen it. They've never seen rain. They're just afraid of the thought of it. So it's like I don't think even when we seen the sleep tid version of Nika, like they just didn't know what it didn't look like Luffy. It didn't look like the Nika that we've him portrayed. So but the thoughts of it potentially being with Dragon, I like the idea. I like it a lot. I don't really have too much on the thought of that because like I've always felt like he's had some sort of weather fruit. I think it would make more sense for him to have something along this line than a straight up Logia, because I feel like we've moved past the Logia phase of where like they're just that overpowered. Obviously, there are still some Logias that, you know, are not to be messed with. Blackbeards, Akainus, pretty much the admirals, Aokiji. They all still have very strong Logias. So I'm not putting it past if Dragon had a Logia that it wouldn't be as, you know, strong. But this fits a little bit more.
Yeah. Also, like, if it is a Logia, it's quite literally the counter to, supposed to be the only counter to Devil Fruit is like water, the ocean.
And this is the first water related power that we've seen, period, in One Piece. Obviously, we've seen, you know, the weather balls and stuff, and what they can do to manipulate weather, but it's also changing the weather that's outside, not actually being the weather or anything like that. Like, do you think this gives Nami and Jinbei a bigger role in rescuing the kids, at least? Obviously not necessarily defeating anybody. I think that's still going to be Zoro, Sanji, and of course Loki slash Emu. I mean slash Luffy versus Emu. But in terms of rescuing the kids, it could. Obviously, the other Devil Fruit users, I don't really know. Rainwater, seawater, does it have the same effect? We've still seen Luffy do some things with rainwater.
Yeah.
We've seen them, you know, in rain before, and it hasn't really. But like a flood of rain, obviously we know they can't swim. So people like Jinbei and Nami, I feel like it just fits their character design.
Jinbei gonna have to do something all that water, boy.
Right.
That's the only the way it looks right now. That's the only saving grace.
Yeah.
You better,
like, Nami should be able to do something to maybe clear the rain clouds, and Jinbei do something with
maybe
the actual water. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah. I also the just constant theme right now. We see behind the rain god the little circle of maybe referring to it being a mythical or an awakened fruit or something, but it has like little hanging beads like the hat does. I just also
it kind of looks like just the aesthetic of the, because we see the beads, the little beads around the hat and the around the wrist. But it could just be like just the aesthetic, or it could be something. Well, I guess they all kind of look like raindrops in a if you look at
Yeah.
it. So it could just be like the rain aesthetic. I don't know. It's a cool design. Like I said, I do expect if we do meet this specific actual devil fruit power, I do expect it to look different. Of course, a lot more like whoever the character who has it is. But it's interesting that this was introduced this way, especially if this is a fruit that maybe dragons. It would be interesting that we got kind of like a preview way before we even get the actual fruit. But hey, we'll see.
And
Do you have anything for this?
One more thought on Zaza. How do you feel about the 4 arms?
I didn't really have much. Same to my previous thoughts. Like this may just be the Holy Knights like image of it in their heads, and
Just like a monster.
yeah. But I didn't really have much. Did you have something on that?
No, I mean, to wrap up the Zaza thing, just my own hand cannon. It looks so much like Nami. I was like, oh my god, that's Nami. We don't know nothing about Nami. I'm like, maybe there's something there, an ancestor or something. Maybe it has to do with Vivi's ancestor. That could be Lily or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's all I got for that. That's all that stuff. But to Summers and Killingham and Zoro and Sanji, I just thought it was so dope seeing them fly back each other. What is that? It reminds me of, I forget. There's another scene, I believe. It could be very much One Piece or very much not from another anime. But just the scene of them going to chasing after their what seems to be rival / 1v1 opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was so dope. And
Yeah.
like what's it called? Them, communicating to each other as they see each other passing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of, just to piggyback off that, I kind of like just how it's all in one kind of like moment here, and it's like the two different sides of the coin. We got Killingham and Summers. Like, all right, we got it on you, Summers, and Summers is like, we can go at any point in time, and then Zoro and Sanji getting up from an attack from Imu, crossing paths, and they're like, hey, ain't no messing around this time. We just got put on our ass. Let's lock in this time. Let's do it. And like, it just shows the different mindsets, like even just how they are as characters. The Holy Knights are just so like, they think everything's working out, everything's smooth, everything's handed to them. Whereas the Straw Hats are used to getting it out the mud, used to fighting for all their battles, and they're just like, hey, let's lock in. And the Holy Knights are like, hey, we got this. We good now.
I also do want to say, I feel like they're fighting their correct opponents now. Before we seen them flip flop from just like headcanon from before we even seen them fight at all.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the fandom assumed that so it's Zoro fighting Summers now, and then Killingham fighting Summers. Oh no, it's Zoro fighting Killingham, and then Sanji fighting Summers now. Like with Summers being having like from back in the day, he slapped what's her name? Just his cruelness against women and everything.
Because he's at the port, and yeah, they're at the port side. Okay, yeah. So Zoro, yeah, because yeah, definitely in the community, everybody originally thought, and it's funny because now they're both now both of the Holy Knights are boosted, and now we're getting the fights that we expected from them. So maybe we'll see like maybe a closer fight on each side. So
Yeah. Or even if they have to, they're kind of splitting up right now, but
yeah,
there's still hope that we can get a little 2v2 action.
I doubt it, just because of the way that Zoro looked at all the damage in the village and was like, "I'm gonna keep going to the port." And then Sanji, that's where Sanji's going. I don't really expect it to, just because the distance. But hey, who would have expected any of this thus far? So,
yeah.
Any final thoughts on the chapter?
Nah, that's all I got for today.
W chapter. I think this was a Yonko. We got the reveal of Zaza. We got the confirmation that Ratatasker is a devil fruit. We got some more Emu Loki clash. I think it was a pretty solid chapter. I was locked in from start to finish. I like where everything's headed. We get another chapter next week. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm enjoying it. Do you think what do you give this chapter?
Yonko for sure. The reveal of Zaza. We got hella lore between, Emu's dialogue, and then we got the reveal of Ratatasker as well.
Mm-hmm. We figured out what the Holy Knights are afraid of.
Yeah, it's everything's coming together. Even the Straw Hats are about to have their lock-in moment, and
still waiting on Luffy to pop on the scene.
Yeah, I feel like next chapter.
I said it a while ago. I don't know if Luffy has much of a role in this fight. I would like him to, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like just with the time limit and everything, I think when Luffy gets there, it may be not too much for Emu, but like he reads the situation and he's like, I don't have the energy or time to put into both Needhogger and Nika at the same time. That's just my headcanon. I just think Elbaf's wrapping up soon. I feel like if Luffy and Emu do have an interaction, it'll be brief and it won't be much of what anybody expects, just because I still feel like Emu's going to be a serious threat moving forward. And I don't want to see too much of a clash or interaction between my main character and right now what I got to be the final villain. Not just yet. But hey, that's me. Without further ado, that was episode 26 of the Poneglyph podcast, where we decode the world of One Piece and anime one poneglyph at a time. I'm your host, Jay, aka Milky Way Jay, here with another great episode. Also here with my brother, my co-host, Ja, every episode, man.
Yes, sir.
Ja, appreciate you for locking in. I know it's been up and down for us past few weeks. We staying consistent. That's all that I care. We're getting them done when we can. And so yeah, thanks for locking in on a little bit of a longer episode. Had to lock in for a little bit more, but appreciate you nonetheless.
No doubt.
And we appreciate y'all, the viewers, the listeners, the community. Smash that like button if y'all are here live with us or y'all are catching us on the YouTube VOD. Comment down below your thoughts and subscribe if y'all are new. Audio platform listeners, come check us out on YouTube. Subscribe. And if y'all aren't and y'all are strictly on y'all audio platforms, we appreciate that too, nonetheless. So make sure y'all give us a 5-star rating and a good review, just to show us that, we're doing the right thing over there. We're treating y'all right, because at the end of the day, I care about quality on all platforms. I don't want to just make one a better experience than the other. I want it all to be integrative and immersive for everybody. So our audio feedback, y'all let us know what y'all think. Check us out on social media platforms as well. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. We got all of that. And stay tuned. Poneglyph Podcast. It's the PNG Boys. This was episode 26. Another great episode. We have a chapter next week, an episode next week. We may not be right on Sunday. Me and Ja will talk about that when we can this week. And then, but nonetheless, our next free time after that, we will be addressing both. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we'll catch y'all on the next episode. Without further ado, it's the PNG Boys. And we out. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe.
Peace, love, safety, yo. Dead eye.
If you're not feeling it, be honest. I'm dashing in the coupe, I'm going Sonic speed. I gave you my all, tell me what else you need. I'm not ready for your love, but feel you rushing me. And my cup is running low, need you to fill it, please. I remember all those times it was a simple thing. Now I'm here all alone, reminiscing about what we could've been, I'm on the road, drinking, dropping, swerving, I won't crash out. Got 12 on my ass down, still will chase the bag down. Hit the throttle, spaz out.